Hi, in this video, I'm going to explain how you can use the materials in Marketplace. First, you need just to log into your account and go to Marketplace tab. There are four tabs on top: Workspace, Applications, Marketplace, and Inventory. Just select Marketplace. This is the place that you have all materials that you can use. In the Marketplace, there are different items. There are notebook, rich notebook, dataset, applications, and markdown files. What is the main difference between notebook and rich notebook? The main difference is notebook is just codes and the result of your notebook that you can import notebook to your workspace and start to work on it. Whereas rich notebook comes with all dependencies. It could have multiple notebooks inside there, data sets, all packages that you need to run your code. Everything actually is sitting there. So that's the main difference. So how you can use these items? Let's start with datasets. Datasets, if you just filter here, for example, you see that these datasets are those you can use in your code. When you select a dataset, a description actually is sitting there just to see what is this inside your dataset. And you can just click on download. When you do that, dataset goes to your inventory right away. So if you see that here, same simulated loan charge-offs, for example, that dataset now is sitting in my inventory. So that means I own it. That's the same thing for simple notebooks. Like, for example, if I choose a simple notebook, like this one, again, description is there, and when I click on it, it says that actually is already downloaded, and if I go to my inventory, see that the scikit-learn examples just appears in my inventory. So that means I own them. For simple notebook and datasets, it's pretty straightforward. That means when you go to any workspace, for example, when you go to, like, for example, this workspace, inside your workspace, you have access to your inventory, and you can bring over simple notebooks and datasets if you want to work on it for any of them. Like, for example, here, when I go in this corner and click on it, here is the inventory. There are actually different tabs. So inventory, inside inventory, see the notebook example that I just imported to my inventory. Click on it. You see that it just appears right away in my workspace. So that's actually is already there, and I'm ready to run it. It's same thing for datasets. For example, the CSV file that's just imported, like the CCAR 2017, for example, or simulated loan charge-offs. If I select the file, it just goes and appears in my workspace right away. See, now it's there, and if I double-click on it, so it's ready to use in your workspace. So those four items for datasets and simple notebook. What about applications and rich notebooks? So let's start with rich notebook. For example, if I just choose this one, that I want to use it in my actually project, for example, or any other items, when you click on these rich notebook, it's exactly the same process. So, like, for example, you click on it, description is there, and you click, say, download, and it goes to your inventory. See, now it's sitting in your inventory. The difference is here, those rich items, you don't have access directly from your workspace. Instead, you need to create a workspace based on that. That means if I want to use this item that I already purchased from Marketplace or imported from Marketplace, I need to go to workspace, create workspace. Based on source file, you select and choose a name like workspace 1. And here's a place that you define your source file. So these are the items that I have already imported from Marketplace. For example, regressions, linear regressions. That's the one that I would like to bring over and create. You see that what happens, all file dependencies, everything actually started to be installed in your workspace. And when it's done, your workspace is ready to use. So when I click on it, you can see that all materials, several notebooks, files is already there. So that's the main difference between simple notebook and rich notebook. So if I go and double click on share, you see multiple notebooks are there, data set is there, everything actually is already installed. And if the author use any other packages, is already installed in your system and it's ready to use. So you are able to replicate the result right away without doing anything. That was all about Rich Notebook and applications. So in your marketplace, you see actually a series of applications available for you that you can go and install them. So for example, here, I just choose this one. The description is there. I like it. I install it. What happens if you notice that in your application, it just starts to install all files, everything, and now it's ready to use right away. When I click on it, I can open the application, and everything is available for me to run. So I don't need to go to inside my IDE or do anything, and you can see it's ready to use right away for you. For application also, you can change your setting. If you need more storage size or if you need more memory, you can change the setting as you wish. Also, when you import an application, if author gives you the permission to use the source code, you see this message here, access to source code available. When you see this message, that means you can create a workspace based on this application. And it's a very easy process. It's very similar to Rich Notebook. You go and create workspace. You see based on application, define a name for it. And here is the place that you see what is the source of application. Here, for example, I say this is credit due to the analysis, memory, storage size. That's actually you can define on your own. And when you just create on it, oh, that's actually I reached to limit. Need to free some storage here. Right. Again, go to workspace, create workspace based on application, a name for it, your source, memory, workspace size, and create. What happens, a new workspace just, again, you see that the same workspace with the name of WS123 is created. When you click on it, it just shows right away. That means it's easy, it's ready to play with the application. So let's see what's inside there. You see that the Shiny app is there, and this is the application. This is the source code, and all packages, dependencies are already installed. And when I start to run the application, that's exactly happens, similar to what we see before. Yeah, see, that's exactly the same thing. And this is a place that you can change the code as you wish. So create it, for example, change the title, analysis, wow. And when you save on it, so create this, wow, it just shows up. So it's your code, and you can change it and use it for your particular application, or you can learn what's going on inside their how this application, for example, is built. All right. And last but not least, in marketplace, for items that you get, there is also a place for discussions. You can put any comments, you can review, rate your actually application, the version that actually you use, for example, you can select and ask questions from author, for example. Anything is also available for all items that you can easily use to communicate with authors. All right, that's all about Marketplace, and I hope that you enjoy navigating through our Marketplace and you learn new things from there. Thank you very much.